morning guys, hello, I'm back with another video. How are you guys this morning? Good? I hope you guys are having a fantastic morning this morning. I know I am. Nice day today, beautiful day. That's the main thing, right? I was going to say I'm so sorry guys about yesterday. My camera on my phone actually cut out, and also that, as you guys know, if you watch my channel, a bee came in my bedroom and I had to get it out of my room. I had to fight it off. I wanted it to leave, so I'm sorry guys about the inconvenience about yesterday. I really apologize about that. Hopefully it won't happen again anytime soon. I'm just eating my breakfast here. I just got the usual. I know, I was going to say, it's pretty repetitive, you know what I mean? Just a repetitive breakfast I've got, you know. I just mainly get the same thing every day. And just up and goes my sandwich, my milkshake smoothie, and my bowl of water, which I am going to have a sip of now, because I am thirsty. So I'm going to have a sip of my bowl of water. So refreshing, so nice. The bowl of water, especially in these conditions, in these hot conditions that we got these days. And it's always good to stay hydrated, and you don't want to, because dehydration is not good for you. So please stay hydrated. I think the average adult drinks anywhere from, I'm guessing, 3 bottles of water. That's enough. 3 bottles of water a day. Yeah, it's good to have what's called other drinks in between, but try and drink water. Try and just stay healthy, like I said guys, you know what I mean, because I want the best for you guys, you know what I mean. I want to look after you guys. You know, some people, they don't really, you know, care about their health, you know what I mean, but that's their business, you know what I mean, that's their choice, you know, that depends on the individual, you know what I mean. So I can't really go around, you know, basically what I was going to say, that's their life and that's their business, you know what I mean. We're not one to judge other people, you know what I mean. There's only one person that looks after us, all of us, and he's our teacher, and that is God. You know, God is our teacher, you know, all of us. He's the teacher and we're just one big classroom, you know what I mean. We're the students, you know what I mean. This universe is the school, we're the students in it, you know what I mean. That's how I see it, you know, that's my point of view. And God, you know, is our teacher. He is our master, our, you know what I mean, our master. And we have to respect him because he gave us life, you know. He gave us life. We have to cherish that, you know. Often we take other things or things in general for granted, you know. We can't, like, we just have to, like, pause for a second or even a couple of minutes. Just say a short prayer, you know, like, thank you God for the life you've given me, you know what I mean, and that, and just be grateful and thankful that you're in this life, you know what I mean. Like, yeah, that's basically how I picture it and how I put it, you know what I mean. He is our teacher and we're the students. This is one big classroom. This world, this universe, this is one big classroom. Doesn't matter where you are, you know. You can't escape God, You know, that's the reality. We can't escape God. He is with us always. You know what I mean? When times are tough, when you feel like giving up, don't give up. When you get frustrated, when you get, you know, mad, you know, just say sorry, repent, you know, because anger is kind of a sin, you know what I mean? God doesn't want us to be angry, you know what I mean? He wants us all to be happy and that, you know, he just wants the best for us, you know what I mean? He just wants to look out for our well-being, you know what I mean? And that's very important, you know? That's a very, very important, you know? He's the one that drives us, you know what I mean? He's the one that gets us up every day, you know? Just got a text from my friend Sam. I love Sam, he's so good. He's a nice guy. I've said it before so many times, what's it called, on this channel, on my channel, Alexander John Calton, that I have anxiety. It's not good, it can be debilitating at times, but that's life, you know, like, we have to turn the negatives, you know what I mean, we have to turn the negatives into positives, you know what I mean? Negativity is no good. Positivity always gets us through, you know? Like, me personally, I wish we didn't have a negative side, you know? I wish we were all good, but unfortunately that's life. We all have two sides. There's always two sides, you know, to the paper, you know what I mean? There's the good side, which is the positives, and then there's the bad side, which is the negatives. We have to block out the negatives, you know, we have to block out the badness, the evil, you know, etc, etc, you know what I mean? We just have to do that, you know, because eventually it's going to just ruin our lives, you know, that, you know, and then we fall into deep dark depression, stressed out, on the brink of suicide, which is not good. Don't you ever give up that way. Don't you ever commit suicide. Never. You know, why throw away your own life? You're basically throwing away your own life in the trash by you committing suicide. You know, don't do that. There's no point. Yes, in life there is challenges, there is obstacles, you know what I mean? Very tough challenges, you know, very rough, but just try and leap over them, you know what I mean? Jump over them. Just keep jumping and jumping until you find the finish line, you know what I mean? And there's always light at the end of the tunnel, you know what I mean? There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Never give up. Never give up. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, yes, there has been times I am gonna open up to you guys. There has been times, yes, where I have felt like giving up, you know, where I felt like, you know, I don't want to say this, where I felt like ending it, you know what I mean? But I'm like, nah, no, hell no, no. Why am I going? Why should I do that? No. No. See, the devil plays with your mind. He wants you to think that way. But like, you just have to say, nah, go away. You're not welcome in my brain. You know what I mean? You're not welcome in my brain. You're a trespasser in my brain. You're truanting my brain. You're a trespasser in my brain. Get out of my brain. I want God in my life. God wants the best for me, you know, and I'm not going to let this Satan, you know what I mean, this Satan take over, you know, no. because you're a better person than that. That's all I'm going to say. I just want you guys to know you are a good person when you look deep inside yourself, you know? When you look deep inside your soul and yourself, you see a good person, you know? That's what I'm going to say, you know what I mean? Sorry, that's what I'm going to say, guys, you know? Look deep inside yourself and tell yourself you are a better person. I am going to get through this, you know? Excuse me. There is, oh man, reflux. Not reflux, just the burp. Anyway, there is light at the end of the tunnel, you know? And, you know, just take it day by day. Take it easy, you know? Take it day by day. You know, school has just started for many people around the world. School has started. I was going to say, think of the people the little kids. Think of the little kids starting kindergarten. They're so freaked out because they've never went to school before. They have probably immense anxiety. Think of the students, the people who are starting high school today for the first time. They're so nervous, you know? They've never been in high school, you know? They've never tasted that part of life, which I have, you know? I went through high school, I went through primary school, plus kindergarten, so that's 13 years all up, you know what I mean? So yeah, life can be, you know, but don't worry, those students, those people one day are going to succeed in life. You know, they're going to succeed. We all succeed. You know, we all succeed. It's not all bad. We all succeed. You know, those little boys, those little girls, those little kids are going to be parents one day. Possibly married, possibly have their own children, their own kids. You know what I mean? They're going to tell their own kids and their own children, they're going to say, look, daddy went to school, mummy went to school, you know what I mean? That's exactly what you're going to do, you know? You're going to enjoy life to the fullest and, bring back, you know what I mean, the next generation, you know, of things, you know what I mean? The next generation of children into the family, you know what I mean? It's a genetic thing, you know what I mean? You're passing the torch down, you know what I mean? It's generational. You're passing the torch down to your kids, to your grandkids, you know? Well, this way, look, to your whole ancestors, you're going to pass the torch down. You're not a failure. You're not a quitter. Okay? No, you're not a failure. You're not a quitter. And you're going to tell your kids that one day. Don't fail. Don't give up. Just strive to improve. Strive to improve. You know? Be good in life. You know? Be the best possible person you can be. Set an example for yourself. Set an example for other people. You know? Be kind. Be compassionate. You know? Show some respect. You know? Be faithful. You know? Just know that God is with us always, you know. So now some water. But yeah, just be the best version of you. can be hard. I'm just saying life is not always easy. It's hard. You go through struggles, you go through obstacles, you know what I mean? Life is not meant life is not meant to like be all flowers and roses, you know what I mean? Life is not meant to be, it's not always meant to be chocolates and roses. It's not. You know, I'm just telling you guys, there are going to be challenges, you know, but you have to jump over those challenges. You have to put like a block, block it, you know what I mean? Okay, let's just say this is probably a disgusting example, but think of it as a fart, you know? You fart, you block your nose. You don't want to smell the smell, you know what I mean? That's just an example. I know, a bad example, but that's the first thing that popped in my mind, because you don't want to smell the smell. You know, when you farted, you don't want to smell it, you know? But you know what I mean. Hey, guys, don't get me wrong on that, please. That was just an example, okay? I know, that was a very disgusting example. I'm sorry about that example. I shouldn't have brought up the fart thing. I'm sorry. But as we all know, farts can be absolutely rotten. I'm not going to lie. But you have to block your nose. Put it that way. I can't believe I said that well. Oh man, what a bad example I told you guys then. Okay, I'll put another example. Think of it as a fence you want to get through and the fence is blocked. You know, you can't get out. You guys get the message. You know, you guys get the message. You know, the fart thing, oh my goodness, I can't believe I made that up. A fart, of all things? Oh wow. Okay, that was Okay, that was disgusting, Alexander. A slap on the hand for that. Wow. You had to bring up a disgusting example like that. A fart, of all things, really? A fart? Yeah, we all fart, but... Okay, I'm off topic now, clearly. Wow. Disgusting. But yeah. That was just an example, you know? That was just an example. But yeah. Okay, now, what to do? I'm just gonna have a little sip of my smoothie. Yum. Tastes nice. Can't get over that fart example. Wow. That was the most horriblest and heinous example that I gave you guys. Wow. I'm sorry about that. Oh, wow. You would think I would think of anything else. I don't know, I feel like I'm just one of those wacky people. I'm just... I can be whacked out sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I can be bizarre. I can be very bizarre at times. I only kind of say those things, hopefully, to make you guys laugh, to get a laugh out of you guys, you know? But that example probably would not... I would say probably more than half of the viewers watching this will probably not laugh at me for that example. Yeah, that was a horrible example. I am going to get some more DVDs. What I'm going to do, I told you guys before on this channel, I'm thinking of going back to doing my part-time job. My volunteer job, feeding the cats. I'm thinking of going back and doing that very, very soon. Very, very soon. probably within the next month, I would say. Very soon, but you know, so at least I loved that job. You know, it was so nice for me. You know, I'm just saying. Music. I can hear the music over there. It doesn't matter, like I said again, who you are. You know, it doesn't matter, like I said again, who you are. If you're a worker, if you're a teacher, if you're an actress, if you're an actor, you know, anyone, just never give up on your job. Never give up. You know, just always, you know, be the best version of you, and try not to let your anxiety, you know, come into play. You know what I mean? Try not to let your anxiety get the best of you, because I told you guys before, if you let that happen, that anxiety is just going to take over your entire life, and it's going to be really hard to get out of. It's going to be very tough. Yeah. Very tough indeed. So you have to learn to, like, not to worry about those things, you know? Yeah. I went down the street before. I just went for a walk. Even going out for a little walk, you know, helps with your anxiety. Just going out, getting a bit of fresh air. And I am going to do that more often. I'm not saying to you guys I don't do that at all. I do. I'm going to do it more repetitive, more repetitively, and more often, you know? Mm. You know, like, with all the bad stuff that's going on in the world today, I just want all you guys to, what's it called, take care of yourself. Always be vigilant, and always watch your back at all times. All times. I want you guys to be super safe. Super safe, triple safe. Be very alert. Put it that way, very alert. Because sometimes this world can be a very violent place. Unfortunately, even though we don't want it to be a violent place, this world is meant to be peace. You know what I mean? We're meant to live in peace in this world, but unfortunately, some places, some areas, it's just not like that. I know it pains me to say that, but it's true. It's just not like that, you know. In those like parts of the world, you know what I mean? It's just not like that, you know. Like, yeah. Obviously, you guys have heard of World War One, World War Two. Yeah, those are very rough topics to bring up, but it did happen. We can't escape that. That's in the past, but that happened in the past. You know, so many people died in World War One. So many people died in World War Two. A lot of people lost their lives. You know, that's deeply saddening. That's sad. You know, no one deserves to go through that brutality, that amount of violence that was displayed back then. No one deserves to go through that. That's heinous. Yeah, that's just words can't describe that, you know. there was just a lot of tension back then. With a lot of, I'm just going to say, with a lot of countries, obviously, back then, a lot of tension. And it all came to a head. And when it did come to a head, it popped like a balloon, like a pin. You know how you put a pin in a balloon and it goes bang? That's what it did, bang. And there was all-out war. 5 years, actually. I think World War One lasted for 5 years, and World War Two lasted for 6 years, 7 years, or 5. One of them. But look, it is no good having my up and go. It is no good but to go through all that pain and all that suffering. A lot of people were injured, a lot of people were wounded, you know. You guys have heard of Adolf Hitler. He was a very nasty man. He put people in the gas chambers. It's true, but it did happen. It happened. He put people in the gas chambers. He literally gassed them alive to the point they died, you know. What kind of sick idiot of a human being would do that? I don't know what happened to Hitler. I don't know if he got assassinated. I don't know if he knocked himself, you know what I mean? I don't know if he killed himself, you know, I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest, but all I know, he was a very nasty man. A very, very nasty man, you know? I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear the topic of World War One and World War Two. I get that, because of your family members. I totally get that. I totally get that. I understand that. Especially the older generation. You know, I totally get that. And I am very sorry for talking about this. I apologize. But what happened back then, that display of violence was just, like words can't describe, that was just unforgettable, you know. It is stained in history, you know what I mean? It is literally stained. You can't remove it. It's like permanent paint on a wall. You can't remove it, you know what I mean? It's like texture on a wall. Like lifelong scars, you know? Like a lot of people endured a lot of suffering and a lot of pain back then. And it's affected the older generation now, you know? And I don't blame you guys. I don't blame you guys. You know? Imagine me being born back then. I would have been petrified. I would have been so scared. You know? That those grounds were not safe to be in, you know what I mean? Just the sound of guns, knives, fighting. Yeah, it's no good. And people basically dying like nearly every day. That was back then, you know. So he put him in the gas chambers, Hitler did. I'm not gonna lie, he was racist. Hitler was racist. I'm shotting on this, but I'm just saying right now, Hitler was a racist man, and he should be ashamed of himself. You know, even though he's not with us anymore, he's gone, he was a very racist man, you know? You know what he wanted? He wanted one race. I don't know if you guys know this. He wanted people with blonde hair and blue eyes. That's racist. You know, just why choose only one race? You know? Oh, if you didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes, you were killed. You know what I mean? They would kill you, you know? No escaping it, no ifs, no buts, no nothing. They would go, bang, with a gun, they would kill you. You know? just because that didn't, satisfy Hitler, he didn't like that, that guy didn't like that, Hitler didn't like that, so he went out and killed him for not having blonde hair and blue eyes. Who does that? That is the most extreme act of racism, and discrimination that I have ever witnessed or I have ever heard of in my entire life. I'm just going to say this right now. What a bastard. What a bastard. I shouldn't say that, but what a bastard to do that. Wow. That was straight up racist. And that was straight up discrimination right there. It was all painted over that. Nah. That is not on. That is not acceptable. No, he should be ashamed of himself, that guy. Even though he's not with us here right now, he wasn't good, Just like with America, just like with Australia, you know what I mean? Australia, they had the thing called, I learned about this in school, what was it? The Aboriginals, I'm just going to say the Aboriginals and the Australians, their rights, you know what I mean, like, because the Aboriginal people were unfairly treated, and I'm not going to lie, I don't blame them. I feel like they were unfairly treated. You don't make someone feel that way, you know what I mean? Don't make someone feel uncomfortable about their race or their religion. Don't make them feel that way. Don't make them feel that way. Don't make them feel worthless, because they're not worthless. They are a human being as well. I'm just saying. Just like with America. Oh, America was bad. I'm sorry guys, but yeah, America was bad back in the day. There was a film called The Freedom Riders. The Freedom Riders? I was going to say that right there. That was racist. That was so racist. That was the most extreme act of discrimination and racism that I have ever learned. I learned this in school. You guys know that history, I wasn't born back then, but you guys know that history. In America, the Freedom Riders, the black people were beaten. The black people were treated unfairly. They were literally, like, physically beaten, like, every day. Killed every day. You know what I mean? It got that bad. It got to one point, it got that bad. White people and dark people couldn't be in the same room. They just couldn't. They couldn't even use the same bathroom. They couldn't even use the same bathroom, the white people and the black people. And that is a fact, and that is true. For example, if a black person wanted to use the bathroom, there was a section for the black people, and if a white person wanted to use the bathroom, there was a section for the white people. Now, they couldn't even ride on the same bus. That's another thing. Public transport, bus, train, ferry, you name it. Obviously, white people in the front, black people in the back. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. How could you do that? Black people were unfairly treated, and we all know it, and it was very wrong. Oh look, there was probably like a special bus for black people and a special bus for white people. They couldn't be together. They just couldn't be together. That was the law back then. That was the law. They could not be together, unfortunately. Again, that discrimination was at an all-time high, at a very all-time high. Unexplainable, unimaginable. But yeah, the black people were beaten up, and the black people were unfairly treated. And me personally, that's one thing I take seriously. You know, I don't like anyone being unfairly treated, let alone myself. You know what I mean? Why unfairly treat someone? Why make them feel uncomfortable for? Why? Well, okay, what did they do wrong? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They done nothing. They're just going about their everyday life and their business. You know? Like, you can't go to the toilet, you know, because you're black. Or you can't go to the toilet because you're white. You can't even use the same facilities, for goodness sake. Like, really? Wow. That's criminal. Wow. That is shameful. That is disgusting. It is. Hi, Mum. I was just doing something, that was all.